Hey everyone, this is David from Tesla Showroom Deals. I had reviewed a recent post about someone who got almost scammed trying to purchase a used vehicle, and the post is currently on our Tesla Showroom Deals group page, and I said that I was going to go ahead and try to release something real quick this week to help everybody in terms of if you are going through with buying a vehicle private party or even trying to sell a vehicle private party. Just a little bit something about my background. I'm in Los Angeles area. I'm an attorney as well as a real estate agent slash investor and whatnot, and a big part of my job is to make sure that transactions go smoothly and safely. I've sold quite a bit of vehicles the last couple of years, including Teslas, so this is just my opinion on how a transaction can be done safely, and also my job is to try to be more efficient in handling the transaction as well. Okay, let's start with the buy side. How do you buy a Tesla privately and ensure that you're not getting scammed or getting ripped off? Okay, number one is to verify. There's always three elements. The first one is parties. Okay, so first you need to verify if that party is actually who they say they are. If you are using a website like Car Gurus or Auto Trader, you can actually see their rating, and if they've actually sold vehicles before, usually with a dealer would always be safe. Dealers are licensed. You can check the dealer's license broker number on the California website. I'm sure other states have the same thing, as you can't sell certain number of vehicles without a license. If they are a private individual and trying to sell that vehicle, what I would do is, number one is always confirm who they are by either having them send you a copy of their motor vehicle purchase agreement. It would also have their name on there, having them pull Carfax, basically any other type of third-party information which you can verify the name is correct, that they actually own the vehicle and they actually are who they say they are. A great way is to always do the transactions at what I prefer is AAA. AAA will actually look at the person's driver's license, confirm who they are, and to ensure that the transaction gets completed safely. Of course, there's a payment to go into AAA, but I believe in their service. It's cheap, and they complete most of the purchase and selling aspects digitally online into their systems immediately, so that protects both buyer and seller. Okay, the second part in all transactions is the terms and the actual product. Okay, so in regards to making sure that is right and you're not getting screwed, usually if something sounds too good to be true, like a Tesla P100 for $50,000, it sounds very, very weird. You can pull up the VIN number on EVCPO, or actually emailing Tesla to ask them about some of the information. The difficult part is if you're going through Tesla directly, the actual owner must email their sales service center and get that information. That's also a way for you to verify the product is real, and in terms of making sure that you're buying the correct vehicle. The other thing is, when you're buying the vehicle, ask them for other types of documentation. Okay, so that'll be the Monrooney sticker that Tesla has, all these documentation, and plus, if a seller is trying to not provide you with those specific types of documents in a PDF, they have something to hide. And most instances, people who are buying Teslas keep everything. Okay, they keep all the stickers, they keep all the documentation, they keep all the receipts. And in terms of you buying a car and you wanting to sell it later on, you should always ask for a Monrooney sticker. Make sure that you have copies of your motor vehicle purchase agreement. And then the last step is execution. Okay, execution means to ensure that you have proper title of the vehicle, basically your pink slip. To verify that the other owner has the pink slip is, again, going back to AAA, if you do it at AAA, they'll actually verify that they are have legal ownership of the vehicle. In California, it can be done electronically, so all you have to do is prepare a form, and the form is actually provided by the state of California. And also there's also a second form, which is called a release of liability form, that will also need to be completed. Within those two different documents, it ensures that the transfer of title will go correctly from the prior owner to the current owner, and that you will not be liable for the vehicle in case, you know, they get tickets or whatnot. That information will be updated, and their names and contact information will be on the system as well. Okay, so that's the execution. If you are trying to sell it, what I always recommend people do is not actually get a cashier's check. I don't like cashier's checks. I actually like direct wire, so both people can go to the bank of their choice or whatnot and just have a simple wire going through, and that way it can actually be tracked. Or even the thing with the personal check is that the personal check can be canceled, you know, theoretically after you handing the check over. So the immediate wire within the websites, everybody's like major banks have wiring capabilities. It's called an EMD. Sorry, it's not EMD. It's just a straight wiring instructions, and everybody has a number, bank number, so you can go ahead and verify that. That's pretty much quick. If people are asking you, of course, to pay for a deposit or some sort, you know, before seeing the vehicle, that's usually a red flag for a scam. Number two is if people are not willing to meet with you or having some type of elaborate weird scheme in terms of looking at the vehicle, that's also usually a red flag for a scam. There's also in most major cities, there are car inspectors. So you can call a car inspector. They charge about $500, and they will go ahead and look at the car and send you a report to make sure that the car is, you know, drivable, has any issues or whatnot. So you can actually do that as well, and always including a third party into the transaction to verify ownership, name, you know, the vehicle exists, is always a good deal, especially when buying a vehicle like a Tesla, where, you know, we're spending a large amount of money. Within the execution of the document, I also like to have that prior owner do a couple of things. Number one is Tesla ownership needs to be shared with Tesla.com. Tesla will need to update their owner's profile with your information, with your email address and all that, in order to transfer the title in their system correctly over. So they're going to need a copy of the DMV forms, the copy of, you know, your bill of sale, a copy of the driver's license of the new owner, the new owner's email address. This is especially important when you are trying to purchase like a Tesla Model 3, because people's accounts are used to activate and turn on the cars and unlock the cars and whatnot. So if, you know, they're not transferring over that information, theoretically they could call Tesla and turn off the car, or just play with the car while it's in your physical possession. Okay, so that's the execution of the actual document. Hope this helps. You know, of course, there's tons of others, red flags in terms of contracts or whatnot, but I think by using my two main tips, which is to use a third party to verify, such as AAA or an inspector, and having that extra information is always good in terms of having them provide you with other documents and documentation. Okay, overall, I do think the private party market is very good. I've actually talked to the owner of onlyyousetesla.com, and I've done a transaction with him. So if you want to sell your car, I would do that. I also would, you know, list it on other types of websites such as Car Gurus, Auto Trader, or whatnot. Those sites work just as good, but Only Used Teslas is, you know, a direct seller of only Teslas. when you're buying a used Tesla from also a private party, I would also have the owner print out the warranty declaration information page on their Tesla profile, which is once they go ahead and log in. Okay, I know this is a long, very long-winded video, but just wanted to give you guys a quick rundown of how to safely do a transactions, either private party. And good luck, and remember, try not to get scammed. If you guys have any information or need specific tips, feel free to shoot me an email. Thanks everyone. Bye bye.